It's 1978 in a small therapy office somewhere in California. Truddi Chase sits nervously, not knowing that within her mind 92 voices are waiting to speak. Suddenly, one of them stammers out a secret that shatters everything. She's not one person but many. Who are these troops and what horrors do they hide? The journey to uncover the truth beneath her smiles is about to begin, and it's far darker and more astonishing than anyone imagined. When extreme pain fractures a mind, something extraordinary fills the gap. For Truddi Chase, it was 92 separate voices, each a protector and prisoner. How did these troops emerge, and what role did they play in her survival? Truddi's ordeal began when she was just 2. Her stepfather's abuse was horrifying, ritualized, relentless. Yet her conscious self was blind to the full truth. Instead, hidden altars like Rabbit and Melody took over, carrying the pain, hiding it in shadowed mental rooms. It was a secret chamber built inside her mind, piece by broken piece. Think of the troops as a mental army. Each personality acted like a specialist soldier. One handled fear, another anger, one even managed childlike innocence. This wasn't just survival, it was a sophisticated defense system, like a fortress built of whispers. It's the mind's ultimate coping mechanism when reality becomes too painful to endure as one. When therapy cracked open the sealed vault, Truddi faced decades of forgotten terror. But this confrontation wasn't just destruction, it sparked transformation. The troops started talking openly, revealing memories and sharing the burden. What seemed like chaos turned into clarity, a fractured mind knitting itself toward healing. Out in the world, Truddi seemed polished and put together, a successful career, a loving marriage, but behind that mask the troops ruled. How does a life split so violently look normal? What costs live hidden in the facade? Truddi's symptoms baffled doctors for years: severe anxiety attacks, sudden blackouts without explanation. One moment she was present, the next lost in a veil of altered personas. Her psychiatrist, Dr. Phillips, began to suspect dissociative identity disorder, unraveling the mystery behind those blank spaces. It wasn't madness, it was silent warfare. Imagine driving a car with dozens of pilots taking turns without warning. The host, the personality known as Truddi, fought desperately to keep the wheel, but the troops would seize control when trauma memories rippled to the surface. This constant jockeying caused intense mood swings and identity confusion, a mental tug-of-war hidden from friends and family. Remarkably, each troop had a defined age, role, and voice, living parallel lives in Truddi's mind. Some were playful children, others grim warriors, and a few polite adults managing day-to-day chores. This chaotic internal community allowed her to navigate everyday life, but it also meant every day was a delicate balancing act between sanity and fracture. The final act of Truddi's journey is one of hard-won liberation. How do you reclaim your own mind when it has been a battlefield? The troop's story teaches us about hope buried deep in the darkest places. Years of therapy with Dr. Phillips were grueling but groundbreaking. Slowly, Truddi and the troops began naming the trauma and each other, creating dialogue between alters instead of conflict. This process wasn't about erasing the troops but learning to live harmoniously, a radical mental treaty forged in pain and courage. Integration felt like untangling hundreds of threads woven in darkness. Instead of a clean fix, it was a messy dance of acceptance. Like a fractured mosaic, all pieces, painful memories, and protective personalities had to fit together to reveal the full picture of Truddi's identity, a woman both shattered and whole. The payoff: Truddi doesn't just survive, she thrives. She emerges with a new understanding of herself, a deeply human and complex self beyond the abuse and fragmentation. The troops aren't a curse but a testament to resilience, a powerful reminder that the mind's capacity for healing is astonishing, even in the bleakest circumstances. Remember that tiny therapy room in 1978? The moment the troops first spoke isn't just a reveal, it's a call for courage in uncovering your own buried truths. Whether or not you live with trauma, try this: talk to the parts of yourself you usually ignore. Ask them what they need. Sometimes salvation lives behind the voices you're afraid to hear. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.